バイリンガルになりたい人、最後まで聞いてくださいね。So how do you know what your dream is? This is a really big question that you got to answer if you don't even know what your future holds, right? A lot of people do get confused about what they want to do in the future, what they want to do with their life, what kind of job they want to have, what kind of wife they want to have, where they want to live, all these future visions, right? And they're not sure what to do. Well, this is what you got to do. You got to listen to your own inner voice. You got to listen to your gut. You got to listen to your own feelings as you think about the future. That's just how you do it. Now, I was lucky when I was younger, when I was in high school, I actually heard a voice. I was in Spanish class, and basically, I kind of heard this voice that said, you can go to Japan. And it was like a realization or an epiphany. And I was like, oh, wow, I can go to Japan. I realized that I had the possibility if I just somehow was able to pay for it, right? But that one idea, that one concept that I could go to Japan and learn Japanese somehow came into my mind in the middle of Spanish class. So to me, that was like super unique because up until then, nobody's ever told me, hey, Kyle, you should go to Japan, right? People were saying like, you should go to college. Me and my buddies talked about maybe music or something like that. But like nobody was telling me like, hey, you should go to Japan or trying to push me to go to Japan. It came from within. And like I said, I was in the middle of Spanish class and the teacher was talking about South America and learning Spanish and learning bad words and riding with a truck driver to learn all these bad words. And in the middle of that little rant, I heard my own voice and it's like, hey, go to Japan, you can do it. And so it took another, like, I think 2 years to actually go to Japan because I think I was 16 at the time. But I had to calculate, I had to save my money. I had to like find the right way to do it, like through the exchange program. And like that took time and effort and dreaming. But the end goal was to go to Japan and to learn Japanese. That was my dream. Like somehow I had found a dream that just didn't make sense, but seemed really exciting. And boy, did I have a good time. And it was tough too. Don't get me wrong. Like it wasn't all like perfect. Like there was like major like, oh wow, culture shock kind of things that I had to get used to. But all in all, I had an amazing experience when I followed my dreams. And so from there, I kept doing that. I kept looking for my gut feeling on what kind of decisions to make. Even when I was in college, I had to make a decision because like I wanted to keep going to college, but I also wanted to travel the world, right? And so I had been applying to airline companies and I got a job at Alaska Airlines. I did really good at the audition or whatever you call it, job interview, and they offered me a job. But they said, "Hey, you're gonna have to like kind of like put school second, and you got to put work first." And I didn't feel comfortable with that. I wanted to graduate college. I wanted a 4-year degree, and that's just something I wanted to do. Probably because you got to get a college degree to get a visa to live in Japan. And maybe I've been thinking about, hey, maybe I should live in Japan, maybe not, I don't know. But it was college, and I knew I just wanted to finish college. I had to do it as soon as possible. So I didn't feel comfortable taking the full-time job. I spent a lot of time like by myself, driving by myself to these like locations along the beach in my Volkswagen bus. And I'd sit there and just think, you know, no friends, no books, no internet back then. And I would just think, just kind of sit with whatever I was feeling. And as I thought about not going to school, I kind of felt bad. But then if I stay in school, what am I going to do? Because, you know, my job also wasn't that exciting. I was like driving for the super shuttle. But I was like, what am I going to do? And so, but I at least it knew that I wanted to finish college, right? And so then I went back to work the driving job, and they kind of just out of the blue were like, hey, you speak Japanese, right? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, we got this like special contract where you can be a bus driver for these Japanese tourists from Disneyland Hotel to Disneyland and South Coast Plaza in Costa Mesa. I was like, wait, what? So I could be a driver and I could speak Japanese? And they're like, yeah, I will even train you for the Class B license, like a limousine license, basically. So I was like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And so everything went great. I had a awesome job that was flexible while I was in college, where I was speaking Japanese, driving around, meeting new people, and I was studying photography and, you know, on the path to graduate college. So again, listening to my gut and deciding what I wanted was the path forward, and then everything else in reality started to reflect my decision and assist me on that decision. But the decision had to have been made first, right? Like I know that's a fact, because like even when I was like, what should I do for my job? Like that uneasy period, nothing really happened. But as soon as I was like, you know what, I want to graduate college, that's when things started to line up, you know? And so basically, before you can move forward, right, you need to take some time to yourself and sit with yourself and let your dreams take control. Like, there's no other way to do it. If you get distracted by your job or your boyfriend or your family or your worries, right, you're not going to be able to see the vision. So you really do have to, and you can do this anywhere. It's not like you have to go on a vacation to get some clarity, but you need to withdraw from the loop of your life, basically, and take some time to really think things out, and then go ahead, have some courage, and visualize what you want for the future, and then see how you feel as you visualize it. And if it feels good, if it feels exciting, if it feels like you can't stop thinking about it because it's just so fun to think about, well, then that might be your dream. And one of the things that I think most people actually do, though, is they actually do know their dream, but they kill it with reality. And they're like, yeah, but that's not practical, or it's going to be hard to do that. And so that is also another dream killer. So maybe you don't know what your dream is. Take some time, get away from your friends, get away from your family, get away from your family, and then just sit with yourself and try to dream, right? Most people, well, I would assume at least have the dream, right? But if you don't have the dream, at least do that. Like, you have to take a break, not like a vacation, not like a distraction. I'm saying, like, take time to sit by yourself. If that's in your room or at a coffee shop, or taking a hike and sitting at the edge of a cliff overlooking the ocean, whatever it is, wherever it is, doesn't matter. It's in your head. So just get to that space where you're with you and you're listening to yourself, and basically try to visualize the future, and then go with the one that feels good, go with the one that feels exciting, go with the one that gives you a better idea than the last idea that you just had, because you're visualizing it and going and going and going, and you like the idea, right? So that's the first part. But then be careful. Do not kill the dream with reality. All right. So even if you're in like a situation where you're at your job and now you realize you want to quit, right? Or you're with your partner and you realize that you want to break up because you want to go to the next level, you want some freedom or whatever, right? Even though the reality doesn't match the dream, hold on to the dream. All right. Do not let the present reality get in the way of you taking actionable steps to your dream. So again, this is super important. Once you have a dream, you've spent time by yourself, not on TikTok or Instagram influencers, or with your friends, or with your family, or even with your imaginary gods if you have them. You take some time by yourself, get the vision, and then just keep imagining and dreaming. Then you have to then basically fight off reality. And that's going to be the hardest part. because the reality of your job is the reality of your job, and you have to confront that. Or if you did want to go to another country and that means leaving behind your partner, you're gonna have to have the conversation that says, hey, I have dreams. I want to go places. And you're either coming with me or you're not, or whatever, but you have to have that conversation. But you cannot be scared to give this reality up. If your dream is calling you, that means there's a high possibility that there's something in this reality that you're gonna have to leave or sacrifice or say goodbye to. Otherwise, you're living the dream. Does that make sense? Because if you can't dream something and you can't visualize something and you just look around and you're like, you know what? I'm here. Then congratulations to you. So seriously, it's a process, but I highly encourage you to take some time to find your voice, to find your own gut feeling, and to dream for yourself, all right? And then once you get that dream kind of like tuned in, right? Then you just keep amplifying it and dreaming about it and feeling it, right? And then reality will come back eventually to confront you, and you're going to have to stay with the dream, stay with the new version of yourself, and you're going to have to tell reality now, no, there's a new version of me, there's a new dream now, there's a new program, there's a new path that I'm on, and we're now going to have to negotiate this new path with the new circumstances. So that part is really hard for a lot of people. Oh, I don't want to quit my job. Oh, I don't want to leave my city, blah, 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 blah. But that's your, how do I say, karma to deal with, I guess. It's your path. It's your dream. And if you want to embrace your dream and just do your dream, then congratulations, right? But if you're going to make excuses for not being able to pursue your dream, well, that's on you. And I would like to encourage you to keep pursuing your dreams, right? And, you know, if you have issues following your dream, then go ahead and write down in the comments why you feel that you can't pursue your dreams. And maybe I can give you some advice. Maybe I can lead you in the right direction. Maybe I can give you some encouragement. Maybe I can say something that will give you the confidence to keep moving forward. I don't know. But if you do feel like you're having trouble with your dreams, like implementing them, please leave a comment. Or maybe that you feel like you can't find your dream. You just don't know what your dream is. Go ahead and leave a comment as well, and I will try my best to give you just enough words that keeps you moving forward into the direction of your dreams, because I thoroughly believe dreams come true. I see it all the time. I can go into long stories about all that, but I digress. So, guys, if you want to find your dream, take a second, disconnect from everything, go into your room, go into your closet, go into your shower, find a secluded park, away from people, go to a cafe, put on headphones, it doesn't matter, just get away, start tuning into your own voice, tuning into your own feeling, like your gut feeling, and then nurturing a dream that elicits and gets you excited, and elicits this a positive emotion in you, and basically it starts to feel like a domino effect. But go somewhere, stop distracting yourself from your dreams, tune into your dreams, do it, and then blah, 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 enjoy it, right? Because now it's no longer me influencing you. You're taking yourself away from distractions, and now you're tuning into your own dreams. So now I'm becoming blah, blah, blah. What I say doesn't matter, but thanks for listening till now. And now go dream, listen to your gut. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.